Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com. ZNation. ZNation. Where consciousness is queen, love really is the answer. And making a difference is on the menu. ZNation. Organic beats and inspiring treats. Get your weekly dose of vitamin Z now. This is ZNation on SoFloRadio.com.
What's up, people?
Hola, world.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Zayna the Gaia.
And this is Emily Sunset Martinez.
And we are ZNation Radio, live from Hollywood, Florida. Oh, did I say live? Ooh, ooh. Automatic. It's all good. It's all good. It's all transparent. It's all authentic. It's all real. Try to be as less full of shit as we can, and as bright white light as we can. ZNation is about shedding conscious news to the world, letting everybody know all the amazing things that are going on in the world, all the amazing people who are doing amazing things to help people, to make a difference on the planet, to heal Pachamama, to heal themselves, and to just be like I don't like the change, sorry Gandhi, to be the transformation, to be the consciousness that we want to see out in the world, you know. So thank you. We have amazing guests here today. Combat Hippies.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hipolito. Dru. Shirley. Welcome. I know, girl, behind every great man. Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Praise the goddess.
Yes.
So every week we tune in to amazing people and share, really give people who are doing big things a voice out into the world, so that not only us, but everybody can get present to there's amazing things going on. And sometimes, you know, you get, I'll say, if you surround yourself by a lot of negative stuff and things that are not true, you may go crazy in this world and think that the world really sucks and there's no hope and everything is really going to shit and everything is shitty. But then there's the other side, which is if you pay attention to what's really going on, the world is has more windows. We can see more. We're present to more of what's going on. So we're more awake. And when you're awake, it's like ignorance is bliss, but, truth is tough sometimes.
Straight up.
We're coming into it, y'all, and it's, I just fell into the word right now. I've been going to the ocean a lot. I've been going and spending about 2 hours, sometimes 3 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, girl.
You really be on that
I'm
beach,
brown.
right?
I'm that brown girl.
Yeah.
I know. I came back from Hawaii really connected to the ocean and really connected to God, like whatever y'all want to call God. Just, nature in itself has so much to teach. And one thing I learned in Hawaii, my teacher would send us on assignments and she would say, go study nature, read it like the scriptures. So I would go snorkel and focus on the word or something and allow for the answers to come from nature, and everything is there. So, yeah. But why I fell into the word mercy is, as people are awakening and the world is awakening, and the world may not be how we want it to be. It's not how we want it to be. But it's like somebody who's overweight. Right? And they're like, I'll be happy when I'm skinny. And you just want to be like, nah, man, just enjoy the whole ride, right? That's what we would tell. Well, it's the same thing with us, with the planet. This is what it is.
True.
It's what it is, people. And now we're empowered when we come from there. It's and as long as we're pissed, you know what we're doing? We're pointing the finger out, which is avoiding doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep doing this. And as we're doing this, have a little mercy.
Word.
Have a little mercy.
Don't put your happiness, you hold your happiness right here. Don't try to give it to something else or someone else, thinking that they're gonna appreciate it like the way you appreciate your happiness and your time and your love. And
You read The Mastery of Love?
yeah,
That's
I actually in my class today we read
Mastery of Love?
that
Mastery of
chapter
Love.
today, and like it was powerful. We got into some deep discussion, and it was nice. Like
Yeah, that book changed my life.
Mastery of Love is from Don Miguel.
Yeah,
Who
Don
wrote
Miguel
the Four
Ruiz.
Agreements, and yeah,
Yes.
that was one of his follow-up books. It's just really great. You know, Don Miguel is also like in the shaman world, and he also talks a lot about that, you know, the nature and you know, and when we go out in nature like that, we really start to discover that, oh man, I'm as much part of nature as anything else. And that's a profound realization, you know, when we're really connected that way to nature. Think about it. You know, one of my friends, Hannah, you know, was sharing. Hannah, if you're hearing, I'm sharing about you, sharing about something vulnerable and authentic about you, and I'm sure you'll be okay about it. Hannah discovered that she's afraid of the ocean, you know, because she almost drowned when she was 2 or 3, and it was really traumatic for her. But, you know, for a lot of us, you know, when you think about it, nature can wipe you out in a second.
oh yeah,
All your plans, your intentions, your manifestations, your this, your that, your this. And, you know, if we really sit with that for a minute, it's a big thing, you know, and it's what a lot of us avoid around like God and nature, which is one and the same in some way. I'm not saying God is nature. Don't take that anyway. However you want to take it. But there is a relationship between the two. And when we start to dwell in like that, that mystery aspect, the mystery aspect of life that we're just like all of us don't really talk about because we don't even know what to make of it. No matter how spiritual and scholar you are, at the end of the day, you're like, I don't know shit. And we walk around pretending like we do, but we don't. At the end of the day, I don't know nothing about nothing. It's all a big mystery, right?
truth is relative.
Everybody has their perception.
So
Yeah, as long as you know, just be clear about yours. Be really clear. Oh, we can go so deep into this, you guys. You know, it's such, I'm so passionate about this right now. Like, you know, us just being free, you know, free from the ideals and free from the traps that we put within our own minds, like labels that we give each other, expectations that you give yourself. We are the biggest critics.
And you know the crazy part is that these labels were created for us, but we don't ever try to go out and see what is right for us. We just go along with whatever was given to us. And then we judge other people, but you know, before you judge someone, maybe you're just judging them because that's what you really want to do. You want to be that type of expressed, and you're not feeling it because you're afraid of being judged.
If you're judging someone, it's definitely a reflection of you. Today, somebody, a woman, shared with me that she was resisting my energy. She just didn't want to be around me because I was just too much, you know, too whatever for her. And I just really sat with it. It had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with me. It was a reflection of something she couldn't, like, come to peace with herself. And that's how it is for all of us. You know, I do the same thing, you do the same thing, and that's how we can have compassion for another. You know, somebody the other day said to me, I just want to take people's money who won't judge me. I was like, oh boy, you're not going to get any money. I was like, even if you gave me your money, I would freaking judge you. I'm human. I'll be like, look at this girl. I can't help myself. But, you know, as my attention and my awareness and my consciousness grows, you know, I can catch myself and I could start to let go of those habitual ways of being that don't resonate anymore. They don't align with my consciousness and where I'm at. And it's okay. I'm a human. I have brain patterns, you know, that you
The
gotta
grooves.
like, yeah,
Get stuck
give yourself a
in,
little
for sure.
slack.
We have a lot of stuff ingrained in our roots,
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
in our
We-
roots, in our face.
We inherited it in our DNA, which is a
That's a whole
pretty
other level.
crazy idea. And then when you take into account reincarnation, mind blown again.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah.
But you know, that's a great something to be with. If you can just be with that, we're fucked. Not like it's a truth, but like just be with that. And then on the other side, there's always grace. Just be with things as they are. And it's a practice. It's a practice. I talk about it like it's so easy. Just be with things exactly how they are.
But you know, it's like, all right, you hear it, and then little by little, you start to live it in the small quantities. You know, it's like I feel like people want to get the information and chow down and just be that. And it's like you weren't brought up that way. So take it little by little. You know, maybe do it right now and then later on you might not do it, but don't get so hard on yourself. It's like little by little before it become a lifestyle. It won't be like something forced.
Be good to daddy. Be good to mommy.
Word.
Be good to yourselves. All right, y'all. I'd love to get into our interview, so we're going to get ready to go for a break and listen to... You know, Omar's ad is in here, and Omar is a really, really special friend of ours. He's a hypnotherapist, yoga teacher, father, just amazing human being. And he sponsors a show every month. And Omar, we love you.
Yes, we do.
Appreciate you
Peace,
so much.
Omar.
I so love you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
we love
raising
you, Omar.
3 beautiful young girls and being
bless.
the father and the husband that you are. We love you. And all of our other sponsors, you know, just everybody who's listening, anybody who's ever commented, anybody who's ever shared the show with people because, you know, you saw something that you liked, something that you learned something from, and it really impacted your life. Thank you for sharing it with others. And yeah, so we'll be right back right here on SoFloRadio.com.
Tune in to get tuned in. This is ZNation on SoFloRadio.com.
Add a twist of yoga.
Yoga Twist with Julie.
A great way to integrate yoga, meditation, and lots of fun.
Promote family bonding. Help with flexibility and exercise.
Julie has been teaching kids for over 8 years in after-school programs, summer camps, and local studios.
Book a group, family, or one-on-one session now. Email me, yogatwistjulie@gmail.com.
Follow Yoga Twist Julie on Instagram and like Yoga Twist on Facebook for great family lifestyle tips and Yoga Twist events.
Omar is a certified hypnotist with an intuitive and gentle approach that empowers his clients, allowing them to realize their own wisdom. Personally, I'd been stuck in a heartbreak, and with Omar's help, I got to the root of my suffering and my attachment to staying in relationships that no longer served me. I instantly felt lighter and free from resentment for the first time in years. Contact Omar at 305-343-9210 and cause a breakthrough in your life.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Clark, and I'm a yoga teacher and student at I Love Yoga Studio. It's been my privilege to practice, learn, and expand in this place of ever-evolving love and spiritual growth. When you visit, you'll most likely be greeted with a welcome home, and that's exactly how you will feel, at home and free to be. The studio offers yoga classes that meet you at your level of practice with affordable prices. So check out our schedule at www.iloveyogastudio.com. See you on the mat. Namaste.
Join the ZNation team as a marketing partner. We are always looking for conscious, sustainable businesses to support and share with our growing community. If your business is one that serves humanity and you want the world to know, we want to help you grow. Sponsorship opportunities are available for all budgets and flavors. For more info, call us at 954-604-1290 or visit ZNationRadio.com.
Now, back to ZNation, your weekly dose of inspiration on SoFloRadio.com.
My brothers and sisters,
I'm on a mission, an expedition to make a quick decision beyond the pains and distress. Where there's no more tension, time and time again. In samsara, stuck in karma, trying to get to Ananda. Now let's get to the process. Taking out all stress, keeping the ego in check. Yeah, with bhakti you guaranteed release. Where you don't sleep and attain a state of peace. Yo, we're feeling bliss without split, because bhakti is a natural. Now it's time to get with this. Sri Guru Charanat put my taking us back to Godhead. But why we choose the world instead? Just a mention is a condition. It blocks us from the kingdom and keeps us in the third dimension. Step in the street with bhakti, it gives us Lady Shakti, and that's the way it's gonna be. Step in the street with bhakti, it gives us Lady Shakti, and that's the way it's gonna be. Step in the street with bhakti, it gives us Lady Shakti, and that's the way it's gonna be. God is beta top one, so they try to entice and say that there's one way to life. It's just illusion and man's confusion. So much delusion is the cause of the day's speculative fusion. So I will speak and speak truth. It's just a limited conception of God. and take shelter of his lotus feet. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's done. Let's head to the central sun. Kicking rhymes from the level of the timeless. Find your step of karma and you never find bliss. Step in the street with Bhakti. Hey, yo, it's Ladini Shakti. And that's the way it's gonna be. Step in the street with Bhakti. Hey, yo, it's Ladini Shakti. And that's the way it's gonna be. Step in the street with Bhakti. Hey, yo, it's Ladini Shakti.
Okay.
And that's the way it's gonna be.
Who was that? That's a good question. That was some Bhakti hip hop, y'all. That's really, really cool. That is the second Bhakti hip hop song I hear.
I know the name of it. It's called Quest for Identity.
Quest for Identity, and they're talking about Bhakti and Shanti Om and Krishna. That's dope. Thank you all. Thank you for all the artists that are putting out music, hip hop, performances that are awakening the hearts of people and lifting the consciousness on the planet. That's what's up. Woo! Welcome, Combat Hippies.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah! Great to have you guys. Dru, Hipolito. What's up with this flower?
This
Who made
flower?
This is a beautiful flower, you guys. This is like a handmade rose?
Yes.
Made out of newspaper?
No, it's actually pages from a Charles Dickens book, I believe. One of the other members of our group, Anthony, he's not here today. He ordered this from a woman from, I believe, Bulgaria.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I can't keep up with Anthony.
I know,
so
yeah.
you gotta tell the story, bro.
But he found this woman online.
Okay.
And he ordered a bunch of these, and we're gonna give them out to people at one of our events. We wanted to
This is a
bless you
blessing.
goddesses.
Thank you so much. I really
I
love
love
putting
it.
flowers in my hair, and this is quite an eccentric one, and I can.
And it's art, which is beautiful.
It's art. It's supporting an artist, and makes me feel good. Thank you.
It's definitely a good opener. Be like, what does this say on your flower? You'd be like, so yo, let me break it down.
So, Combat Hippies, huh?
Yes.
Post-traumatic growth versus stress. Can I read a little bit from your website?
Yes, please.
I'm going to generate this. Led by world-renowned theater artist and director Tio Castellanos, and backed by one of Miami's most well-known DJs, Brimstone 127, the Combat Hippies are a group of military veteran performing artists. Wow. The group's core members consist of Hipolito, Beardman, Arriaga, Anthony, IED, Taurus, Alan Tatzel Minor, and Andrew Dru Phoenix, Cuthbert. We should do that on our website, Sunset. Well, you already have it. You're like Emily, Sunset, Martinez. You're going to be like Zayna, Z-Love, the Gaia. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. We got to add that. The Combat Hippies were born as a result of the MDC Live Arts season-long Veterans Initiative, in which they shared their experiences in an original spoken word piece as part of the Miami Poetry Festival.
Wow.
That was our start. It was just a little.
So the start was called Conscience Under Fire.
Yes, that's the name of our show.
So this is okay. Wow. So you all are all veterans.
Yes.
Okay. And what is this bringing awareness to?
Well, I mean, there's so many issues that are facing our veterans, as we know.
Yeah.
Again, you spoke about post-traumatic growth, and that's one of the things. I feel like our generation of veterans are stigmatized as being heroes, or they're batshit crazy, post-traumatic stress disorder. And that's a label that we've been, again, stigmatized with, and that's to own it. It's not a disorder. It's actually a normal reaction to abnormal circumstances.
Yes, y'all.
It's
trauma?
Exactly. It's a normal thing, though, in the human experience.
Yeah.
And in post-traumatic growth, it promotes being empowered by the trauma that we face in our lives, which, like that old adage, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Now, did y'all know each other from, like, before, or did you met through knowing you were each veterans?
We met from a mutual friends. It was just a group of veterans that we both that we knew.
Okay.
And hung out with. And when I would be around them, they were like, "Yo, you gotta meet Hipolito." And I guess they were telling you the same thing, because we both trained jiu-jitsu, and we both had a similar mindset. So I remember being at a party, like a little get together, and I just see this dude with a hood and this giant beard, and I'm like, you know, and then it was like, yo, like we started talking, and it was just like, you don't like war? No. I don't like war either. And it's like, did we just become best friends? We had one of those moments, because you know that's like taboo to talk about as a veteran. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Wow, this is really eye opening for me. Like the whole culture of veteranisms. So so what are the performances like? What do you guys do?
Well, we use spoken word poetry in a theater piece to convey our stories from childhood to while we were in the service, overseas deployed, and also on our transition out of the military into society, so-called civilization, you know, and how it hasn't been seamless, how it's been all across the board, you know. It's been headaches, ups and downs, and even more trauma, and it's been a hell of a ride. And also too, there's 22 veterans on average who commit suicide every single day.
Oh my God.
Wow. You don't see that on the news.
No.
Nope.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. That's almost one every hour.
And as somebody that has gone into war with a team, right, and then you come back with this team, to have one of them commit suicide, it's just like, how can we survive war but can't survive peace? It makes no sense. So that drove us to do the show and to be authentic as possible, to share our stories, because it's hard to get up on stage and talk about your childhood and your service and your post-service experiences, because there's trauma.
We get real. We talk about the stuff like you were speaking about, that stuff that just like sticks on our...
Can you do some on here?
You want to spit something, Dru?
Shit, I can. I mean,
shit, we can do whatever we want. I mean,
y'all on there or something?
I'm down. I'm down for the spoken word.
Do you need
like
a beat?
all day.
No. Service fees?
Whatever. Yeah.
All right.
Give us a little something, you know.
Just a little taste. Don't give it all for free.
Yeah.
That version.
Yeah, this is a little preview.
All right.
Thank you, Dru.
So for all my combat vets out there, who else is sick and tired of these questions? Have you ever killed anybody? Have I? Hell, I was surrounded by 10 terrorists. And as I gazed upon all 15 with nothing left but my knife,
get them.
I was determined to send all 20 of them to see Allah that night. So it began. Slash, gash, hook, jab, fighting all 25 of them at once. Backflipped off the wall, catching bullets in my teeth, going non-stop until all 40 of them lay at my feet. So I walked about that house, tossed a grenade over my shoulder, and boom! I was out that motherfucker.
Wow.
Hey, but you guys know the funniest thing about war?
I need to integrate that. I need to integrate that.
It ain't funny.
No, it's not that. I mean, that was deep, and it was beautiful, and it was...
But you see, like, people ask that question a lot, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not the person's fault. It's that society has been so desensitized to what's going on. We've been at war for over 15 years, and it's just like nothing.
Oh, guys.
Right? Nobody really knows the reason. We could point at ISIS. We could point at Al-Qaeda. We could point at the Taliban. We could point... Nobody really knows why. We can say, oh, it's September 11th. But, okay, September 11th happened, yes. They blamed it on a Saudi that was in hiding in Pakistan or Afghanistan, wherever he was.
I don't know. Who keeps up with the story?
I know, right?
I know.
But yeah, we went to Iraq.
I thought Prince was behind it.
That's what Saddam was, bro.
I got a conspiracy for that one.
I totally exaggerated. I go from 15 to 40 people, and I'm like, you know, the funniest thing about war, it ain't funny. And then true. I go in, and then you see the rest when you see the show. May 21st at the Seminole Theater.
Wow, how many y'all are 4?
Yes, 4. Along with our DJ.
Did you have a background in theater?
No, not at all. Actually, not at all.
For real, you too?
No, I just like getting on stage and screaming at people?
This kind of just was
That is freaking awesome.
brought together by the universe. You know, it's not something that we set out to create.
Chill.
It was just a collective manifestation. Something that was needed, though. We see now that we're doing this, because it's allowing us to have these conversations that usually, for whatever reason, we're not having. You know.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it's like stand up in a very serious way.
Yes, serious, but also go
like,
through all the spectrum of emotions, because we make you laugh, we make you cry, we make you think.
And you tell us what's up.
Yeah, because you guys
we tell you our
there.
truth.
Our truth.
Because that's all we know.
But
we
you know,
our
you just
perception.
opened my eyes and my heart in a new way that I wasn't there when I walked into this room. Like that little piece that you did. Like I really got the flavor of what you're offering. And you know, it doesn't only get me present to how like completely desensitized I am around war, but about every fucking thing. Like there's so much we're desensitized to, you know, and it's just like it's so great to have people who are just willing to step into your roles and be willing to speak your heart, be courageous, and like you said, share stuff. It's deep.
It's because as a collective, like we understand that the message is bigger than us. Because with our show, we get people to start talking. We get the conversation started, and that's it. Like, it's amazing to hear veterans after our show ask us, like, how do you do this? Like, how are you able to jump on stage?
Are there like healing centers for veterans?
Yes and no.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like you know, there may be like, for example, like Sunset is opening holistic rehab centers. You know, most rehab centers are, you know, I don't know, they're not very effective. You know, they're coming from a place of like there's something wrong with these people.
Yes.
And it's the same thing with the veterans.
Yes.
There's like, you know, coming with a different container of like, yo, you're human and you just went through some trauma. Let's help you heal.
Well, I recently got back from the Phoenix retreat. And it was held by a group of individuals that I just love. And it was a week long at an interfaith ashram in Sebastian. So, you know, you look around the lake, you see a statue of Buddha here, you see Shiva over here, you see Jesus over there. And it was like, you know, just a people that just all about love. But at the retreat, it wasn't just come and have fun and go kayaking and stuff. It wasn't just come over here and tell us about your problems. It was, you're a human being. The focus is post-traumatic growth, and let's help you not only go through your trauma, but make new judgments about yourself. Because when you go through these things, you know, you feel like a bad person. You feel like a monster.
I could imagine, like your piece, you made it right now. What you said was funny, but if you really like take the laughter out of it, and you just read something like that. I wouldn't feel so good coming back from war knowing that I had killed 10 plus people, because that's not how our heart is not to kill people.
No,
you know, it's to love.
It's an exaggeration, but I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't kill 40 people.
No. I'm just saying, like,
nice.
you know, who knows? Like, who knows how many people we've killed?
It's
you know,
honestly
whatever.
a really complicated thing to come back from war. It's such a bag of mixed emotions. You know, there's that remorse of having done some horrific things, but also too, how do you make peace with missing it? Because the truth is, a lot of us miss being at war because of the bonds that we forged in war with friends that you don't necessarily get to make out here in the day-to-day world. You know, it's living on an authentic level that you're not really allowed in the comfort of society.
I want to hear more about that.
Well, it's basically living in the present moment every single day, because you have no choice, because every single moment you could die.
Yeah.
So you don't have the choice in being complacent, worrying about having a bad day at work, or you have to let that go. Because if not, you can take a bullet, or your friend will take a bullet, even worse. And now you're going to start beating yourself up over that.
Yeah. And that becomes a way of life too. You
oh,
come
for
back
sure.
and that's
Exactly.
who you is.
That's how our brain composition,
you
know, morphs.
So what was the support you guys got when you came back? Like, what did you do?
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
like,
a gauntlet.
Is there a specific program you go into, or you're just like bloop,
No, there's no real
into the world.
streamlined way because we don't really understand what it is to decompress from war. I mean, this is a personal feeling. This is my disclaimer. This isn't necessarily reflect the ideas of the Combat Hippies. Personally, I feel like it is a representation of the fact that we're not going to war for just reasons in the first place. But also it's really complicated to give people the care they need when they come back from war, because just like any situation, it affects everyone completely differently. Some people have no issues at all, and some people have different. It's complicated.
But then if you look also to add on to that, if you look at how the military is set up, period, it is not conducive to independence. And when I say that, it's like you have your housing taken care of, you have your food taken care of. They tell you where to be, how to be, what to be dressed like. You know, they control your life like that from 1 to 20 years or more. And then they don't teach you how to come back from that, how to become
Wow.
an individual.
And then, yeah. So you come home and it's like, oh, there's nobody that's gonna tell me what to do. What am I supposed to eat? Like, they give you 1 week of classes that are supposed to reintegrate you, but it's kind of like you're force fed through a fire hose.
Guys, this sounds like such an opportunity. It really does. It sounds like there's something that's missing in the system to really hold these people. And you know something you said, Hipolito, you just said it now. You said this affects everyone, and then you said the word differently. But I just heard the first part that you said this affects everyone.
And it's true.
It's true though. Yeah. Like, it affects your neighbor, it affects your family, it affects your lovers, it affects the woman that you run over in your car. Like, you know, it just really impacts everyone. And it's there's definitely a big opportunity to like create something that would, you know, help people heal, which is all we're doing anyhow, you know. And then it takes certain people to get the niche. You guys have a niche.
Well, I think also too it speaks to the work that we've all done individually as well.
Yes.
Because I've got out of the military in 2007, so what's that, going on 9 years, and it's taken that long for me to actually be able to have these conversations, to be able to process it the way I have been, because it hasn't been always this easy. It's been a lot of confusion, a lot of anger, a lot of doing the quote-unquote wrong way of doing it.
How long ago did you come back?
From war?
Yeah.
2007.
2007?
Yes.
Or 2016?
Yes, 9 years ago.
9 years.
And it seems like just yesterday, and in a sense it also feels like it was a dream. It's one of those, you know, it's really...
How about you? How long ago was it for you?
I came back. I got back from Iraq in 2006.
All right.
But then I got out the military in 2009.
Okay. And how long were you in for?
4 years.
Okay. Yeah, that's an experience.
Yeah, that's enough for me.
So just to readdress kind of what you said and tack on to what he said, it's like you come out the military and there's no structure. There's these resources available. Like you can go to the VA and you can there's resources there, but it's up to you. And I think that's the piece that's really missing, because we're not taught to think about ourselves. We're taught to think about the Marine to the left and the right of you. You know, you're not doing this for you. You're doing this for your country, right? So you forget who you are. So now when it comes to choosing one of these resources, you just don't know.
That's like serious brainwashing. That's the stuff you see in the movies. It's for real.
You need a certain level of conditioning in order
to, or you wouldn't be able to do all that.
Desensitize yourself. Wow. Definitely.
But then it's up to you to choose. But you know, it's hard for a lot of people because of all the other stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
All the noise.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, awesome.
That's why yoga's been so huge. It was the turning point, I think, for me personally.
Practicing yoga?
Well, because yoga is about the self, and so especially if you've been taught not to worry about yourself or be with yourself, I think that would probably be a better element to come into after being in that. It's like, okay, let's bring it back around now.
Most definitely. It's scary too, because looking in that mirror and seeing the horrific things, you know, that a person has committed, it's really hard to sit with that, to allow that to flow through us, to be that space. It's scary. I've been there.
You know, I think a lot of us have that capacity more than we know. It's a superpower. I've discovered mine, and it keeps growing. It is the capacity to love,
love
the most
that.
despicable. You know, the quality, the capacity to love those that are just like, what?
I'm definitely on that path. I always said for a long time, I wanna heal the people that nobody wants to be around, and it's been a long road, but it's like be careful what you speak.
I was about to say that
because
Yeah,
I've been put.
Sure.
So what's next for you guys?
Just
keep sharing.
I mean, we have our May 21st show, which
so where's that gonna be?
The Seminole Theater down in Homestead. Also too, we'll be performing at a Military Appreciation Day down in Homestead on May 7th. We're gonna do, I think, a 10-minute skit and also have a booth out there and hand out roses as well, spread our message. And also too, we do outreach. We speak at yesterday. A few of us went to the VA hospital and spoke to a group down there.
And what do you speak about?
Just about what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Just have an open conversation, but amongst veterans in the VA hospital, which from my personal experience doesn't really happen, because coming from that perspective of you're damaged and we need to fix you, and that doesn't necessarily work.
Doesn't work at all, people. Don't do it with your kids. Don't do it with your spouses.
Yeah.
Don't try to fix anybody or anything.
We're all perfect the way we are.
So is the world.
But that's hard, though. That's really hard.
It is, and I think we have the consciousness to evolve into that. All of us. We're here for a reason. We're here because we're powerful, and we have the strength to be here on the planet as it is with this amazing offering that's happening. And look, it's like so cool. Like people like you, what you're doing, it gives other people permission to just do it too.
Exactly.
You wake up in the morning and you have a reason to wake up. Okay, you may have like your everyday problems. You may wonder about how you're going to pay your rent once in a while. It may come, whatever. But you got bigger problems, yo. This is a big problem. And I think that's like a lot of people go around looking for like their purpose in life and all this stuff. There's no purpose, if you ask me. It's just keep a bigger problem in front of you than your little problems. And you guys are serving, so
that's a big part of, I think, a lot of us join the military is because of service, That's at the core of it.
Wow.
So talking about that, I know you guys mentioned a lot in your show about how your childhood has also affected the current for you. So like, how was that like? Did you know about like spirituality and all that growing up? I know you from the South Bronx.
Yeah, from the South Bronx. Spirituality, not necessarily. I think war was what really brought me to spirituality. I was raised Roman Catholic by my grandmother, 4'11" Puerto Rican woman.
Oh, damn.
Who spit hot fire.
I know.
But
I know.
she raised me in the church, and it necessarily didn't resonate with me. But being respectful and not wanting to catch a elbow, I would go. I did my sacraments as well, and then kind of lost my way from it. And then when I went to war, I saw that it didn't really necessarily make sense to me. Nothing did, though. I saw the ugliness that war is, that humanity is capable to do to each other, and I questioned everything for a long time. But I've came to the realization through a practice of yoga that we're all connected. Yeah. It's bigger than us. I got stuck in that mind frame of hating the world, being very cynical, but that was just a reflection how I felt about myself.
Yeah. Awareness. Yay.
Awareness.
Hooray.
Definitely.
Right? Like,
so
let's go.
I have a question for those who are, veterans coming back, and they come back and there's all this overwhelm. Like, where do they start? From what you've learned, like where do you go from here? And just, I know it's a big question. You could probably write a book, y'all, and that's another idea too.
There's no one way to do it. There's no right or wrong way. It's just follow your dharma, follow your heart, follow your passion, find out whatever it is. It can be getting on stage and screaming in front of people. It can be going to Clown University. Seriously, whatever it is that speaks to us. When we were kids, we all had dreams. It's about finding that again.
Yes.
Most definitely.
And you know, it's like we say it a lot here, is like your mess is your message. And you know, what a beautiful service it is to give your message out, you know, for those people who need it and the people that will benefit from it.
And as far as like what I would say is that you have to, if you look at it, one of the number one symptoms of post-traumatic stress is depression, right? So I'm gonna ask you guys, what's the opposite of depression?
Anxiety.
The opposite of depression?
Yes, because for me, depression is like being in the past, and anxiety is your worry of the future.
That's interesting.
But I mean, that's just my perspective. I mean, everybody
Which
has
is not wrong.
We were just expecting a different answer, but that was a good one.
Yeah.
And usually people say happiness, right? But Beardman, what's the opposite of depression?
Expression.
Because if you're depressing yourself, right, you're in a combat situation, and like one of your friends gets hurt. You can't cry for your best friend that just got shot. Like you can't do that. You got to keep going, because if you don't, then somebody else may get hurt, or you might get yourself hurt. So you got to keep going. So you depress yourself. You're trained to depress yourself.
You become less and less you, then the less you express yourself. It's like you're being erased.
You have no space inside of your vessel for anything.
No space for emotion at all.
At all.
So you have to express yourself, just like he said, with whatever.
Express yourself. Wow, you know, that's a very great thing to tell veterans, and it's like to anybody, you know, because we're all doing that. This is just a magnified situation of what it could look like.
And in anything, you could do yoga. Personally,
What do you do?
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like martial arts is my thing. Like that's how I express myself mainly, and then, you know, on stage and everything else. But that is my go-to, because on the mat, like I can't hide how I'm feeling. I can't hide like how I feel inside. It comes out when I'm sparring. And it, like, if I go back and I look, I'm like, oh, I did this because I was feeling this way.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, I'm just so tired. It's just like, what was I thinking about again?
Yeah. Yeah. And you get to just be yourself and be natural, be in your natural state.
And live your own art. I feel like everybody is an artist in their own way. How we live our life is our art.
Yeah.
It's just having the courage to go away from the conventional, what we're told to do. And that's real hard. That is really difficult. But once we're able to listen to our intuition, then everything opens up, I've learned.
Yeah. So listen to that voice. You keep referring to it, your intuition, the voice of your heart. That voice that a lot of us avoid because it's the voice that makes no sense to your logical mind.
Yeah.
Is the one that's like, what? I call it radical. I've been on a radical trip. I'm really discovering the word radical. Radical is the voice of the heart, oftentimes.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's a relative word, too, because my radical is not your radical, for sure.
There's degrees, but it's all connected, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So what else do you guys want to share?
What do you want to know?
Yes.
Because I know it's not every day that you get to talk to veterans.
No.
And I think that's one of the biggest problems is because...
How deep can we get, you know?
The rabbit hole has no end.
No. Because veteran is only a title.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the main things we portray at our show. It's like we're a child.
Just one hat.
Yeah.
We're people.
Of course.
But being a person has so many levels.
You know,
to
you're
this
being
as well.
responsible for you're being responsible for who you are. And I get that you guys are not attached to the label, but having that label there and representing yourself that way is how you're being of service. I just had a breakthrough in being Middle Eastern. Like I always I used to pretend I was white my whole life.
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh God. I was thinking about that too, and you said Allah. The chant I've been working on is Allah, and I was wondering if that would like traumatize you.
No, not at all. Actually, my last name is Arabic.
It is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Arriaga.
Arriaga. That's not Spanish?
Well, it derives from Northern Africa, and they conquered Spain and Portugal. About
Andalusian.
And would you guys be open to collaborating with other people?
Oh, for sure. We're
Yeah.
open
How
to
can
all
people get
possibilities.
involved? Like, what can people do? Because I'm thinking, did you meet Andrew? Our
Andrew,
neighbor?
yes, I've met.
I mean, there's
Andrew.
a lot of people who just have no idea where to go, and they've been suffering for a long time. And to find people like you would be amazing, to connect with you.
I think just hit us up on Facebook and let's just plan a
Take it from
meeting,
there.
just like how we came here.
Combat Hippies.
Yes.
Hit us on Facebook / the Combat Hippies, thecombathippies.com. If you want to go that route.
What's the Instagram? Come on.
Oh, it's just the Combat Hippies at the Combat Hippies.
Yeah,
Awesome.
on YouTube, the Combat Hippies as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're new to this whole.
Yeah, we're like,
you guys.
Whoever wants to volunteer is our manager.
We're creating it here. No, I really get it. And I just see the big vision. So I'm creating it right here with you because, like you said, this is something that just came. Like it just took you.
And we surrendered into it.
And we just keep surrendering. I love that. It's so inspiring.
Thank you.
Because we knew like inside that we wanted to make a change because 22 a day is just unacceptable.
We've lost more to suicide than we actually have in combat, which is nuts.
This doesn't make any sense.
It does not make any sense at all.
People don't know that.
No,
People
they
don't care. They're just, I don't mean to say that.
People are desensitized.
They're distracted and they're desensitized.
I mean,
yeah.
I can dig that though. I mean, if you have a mortgage and you have 3 kids and everybody's broke, like
Everybody's running
we're
on the wheel.
overstimulated with problems.
Yeah.
And if you're living in your own war zone here in America, because nobody wants to talk about that either.
Because
we'll talk about that.
We're getting showered with chemicals and we're ingesting poison,
fluoride
food.
in our water.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And we got to be really cool with all of it.
Yeah.
No, but guys, when I say that, I don't mean be passive, Like be a revolutionary, be a rebel, be freaking radical. Come from a space of
love.
And like, at the end of the day, somebody asked me, so what do you think about the election? I mean, I could tell you a lot of things I think about the election. And I trust that whatever outcome is going to come is for our evolution. It's going to be what it's going to be anyways, whether I resist it or I go with it. It could be like what we don't want is the best thing that ever happened.
Which is usually the case, right?
Yeah. And we spend all this time resisting it. So let's just, do the work we need to do. Do the work, go vote. Do it. And, keep your hustle. And don't put too much attention and energy into things that
you don't love.
We're leaving it up to God anyways, y'all. We're leaving it up to whatever spirit wants, and it will come about. And then when it does, you're still going to be you. You're still going to hustle love and transformation. You're still going to hustle, your art, your song, your dance. I'm not going to stop dancing. Are you?
No.
Hell no.
Never.
Actually, just started dancing, and it's been awesome.
Do you guys dance perform?
No, not yet. But I think we're going to incorporate it. For sure, we have to.
Oh yeah.
Second show.
Do you don't have women in your show yet?
Not yet. But we're definitely wanting to evolve.
What's the deal with women veterans?
Oh man.
Oh my God.
They're so underserved, underrepresented. It's criminal, really. But that just speaks about society, though, right? We have this patriarchy, this misogynistic society that's oppressed women for thousands of years, and I'm not gonna get on my soapbox here at all. But I see that having a daughter, I have a baby goddess, and she's really opened my eyes to it, and it's insane. But it's changing too. I see the shift. We have wonderful goddesses now who are planting seeds,
and they may be listening right now and may join in on your.
And they're in the house for sure. I see 3 of them.
Yeah.
And we all have feminine and masculine energy inside of each of us as well.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, awesome, you guys. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and just keep doing it. And, when I say keep doing it, just keep following your hearts. And sometimes, our mission could be the mission for now. And then sometime it falls off like, a snake's skin.
It evolves and changes all the time.
Just allow it to evolve and change with it. It's a living thing by itself. And I'm just really inspired by you guys. I'm always inspired by people who are like, just go for it. They just really follow their hearts, and then whenever we do that, we create like a ripple effect around us. So that's what's up.
The heart's never wrong.
The heart's never wrong. thecombathippies.com. Check them out.
Word. And when's the show again? May
21st
at
7:30. Doors open at 7.
Where?
Seminole Theater down in Homestead.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's come into a space together, come into a meditation as we just integrate, sit with all that we just heard today, and so much gratitude and so much appreciation for our brothers. So as we pause together, let's bring our attention in. Bring it all the way in to where your heart is. And feel your physical heart right now. It's said that this is the seat of your soul. The seat of God in you. Can you pause long enough? Can you be still and tune in and hear it, the voice of your heart? Let that voice be your boss. Let that voice be the boss of your brilliant mind. Your brilliant mastermind. Sit up a little bit and feel the back of your heart. Take a breath in. Exhale. Make the sound Om. Inhale. We're gonna go out with a little chant. It's for you, Dru. This means God is love, the lover, and the beloved.
Yes, I'm Bhakti.
Bismillah. Ishqallah mab'ud lallah, Allah, Allah. Ishqallah mab'ud lallah, Allah, Allah. Ishqallah mab'ud lillah, Allah, Allah. Ishqallah mab'ud lillah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, 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 Allah. The name of God in any language has a high, high, high frequency. So whatever language you want to say and repeat the name of God, or raise your frequency to raise your vibration. Sometimes you can just say love, 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 love. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. We'll be back next week with some more amazing light worker people doing great things in the world. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being you. And thank you for being thebomb.com. We love you.
Bye. Peace.
Peace.
Broadcasting from the heart of downtown Hollywood. This is SoFloRadio.com.